So this is me, Sean from TechTrade.webs.com and YouTube.com/SMP, and today I have an unboxing for you guys of the Nike Hyperdunk 2012. These are the Lunar Hyperdunks, as you guys can see here. Size 12 is the shoe. I got them in University Gold and University Red. They're size 12, like I said. And yeah, let's get to it. Open up the box. Here are the shoes wrapped up. Take them out. I tried them on at the store a few times to see it, make sure that they fit me, and they do, which is great. Put them over there. Nothing special about the box. So yeah, just close it and get it all out the way. Just real quick note: the boxes that I've seen lately in the Nike lineup have been pretty beat up, the Nike boxes that I've been getting. So I just wanted to note that real quick. And you know, maybe it's just the shipment, but the way that people are shipping them nowadays. But I don't know. I just felt like noting that. But maybe it's just the few boxes I've seen recently. But anyways, back to the shoes. The Nike Hyperdunks. 2012s. Have the 2010s here. This is a fourth generation of them. Each of them, the first one were the Nike Hyperdunks, the originals, the OGs. Those were worn in the 2008 Olympics in Beijing by most of the basketball teams. Those had a lunar foam in them, but the complaint was that that foam in the shoe deteriorated after a while. It felt good for the first few uses, but after a while it would deteriorate, and then you would lose the potency, and basically, you know, it would just wear out, and it wouldn't be good, because basically there's no foam, and that's the only cushioning that you have, so basically your foot's just on the bottom of the shoe. So Nike heard that complaint, and they changed it by putting in the Nike Zoom Air in the 2010s here, as you guys can see right here, the branding for it, Nike Zoom, and the forefoot and the heel. And what it is it's a very compressed air compared to the normal Nike Air. It's a compressed air packet. Most of them are like 6 millimeters or to 8 millimeters thick, and basically it's a compressed air packet, and when you step on it, it provides that responsiveness and cushioning for your foot. And since it's air, there's no worry about it deteriorating, and it's concealed in that packet, so the air won't be able to escape what they call a zoom bag. So it was easy for the cushioning, wouldn't deteriorate, and you had great cushioning. They continued that with the 2011s, which I don't have, but basically they're the same shoe. They just made them a lot more breathable by changing the material on it, and they kept the same zoom cushioning system, but this time they made the zoom bags, or the air bags, more visible. So they cut out the area at the bottom of the shoe, and then they actually had them see-through, transparent. And here are the 2010s. So the 2010s, they decided, you know, screw this, Zoom, basically, and they are coming back to that foam with the Lunar line. Two of my other shoes that I have, which are two running shoes, the Nike Lunar Forever and the Nike Lunar Glide 3, which I might be getting the 4s, by the way. But just to let you guys know, those have the Lunar line cushioning system, and the Lunar Forever, they're okay, but the Lunar Glide, I really like the zoom cushioning system in there, and it really gives you a nice responsiveness to the shoe, and I really like it, and I feel that it cushions my foot very well. So it's basically been in their running shoes a lot, but now you have them in the basketball shoes. So they're going back to the foam. What I've heard from reviews and everything is that basically all they did was make it thicker by 2 millimeters, but we'll see. when I gave you guys a review of how the performance is. So as you guys can see the shoe, I'll show you guys the outside. You have the dynamic flywire. The 2010s were the first shoe to introduce the flywire. The 2011s had them also, but it's in this sort of skin wire, and their biggest complaint was it wasn't breathable. But you can see the same structure is pretty much the same, where it's like 5 bands of flywire around each shoelace, so that way when you tighten your shoes, it'll conform to your foot a lot better. You can see that you have that same base structure right there. Is basically in these, even though it's a lot different, or they actually look to be like threads of nylon or threads of rope. You have your Nike swoosh right there in the forefoot of the shoe, going over to the remedial side. As you guys can see, you have grooves here. I'm not sure if this is dynamic support grooves or not, but it looks very similar to a lot of the dynamic support shoes, so it very well could be. You can see, we'll continue here on the right side. You have a little slit and a lot of room for breathability there. So these should be very breathable, a lot more than 2010s at least. We'll move on to the front. Nothing special there. You have Hyperdunk with a lot of what looks to be a lot of cushioning in this support area, and would that be? They're going up to your shin, I believe. That would be the area that it would cover in the tongue of this shoe. So basically, when you tie down the laces, and if you're gonna lace them all the way up, hopefully it won't hurt your shin to the top of your foot area. On the left side of the shoe, we had the same dynamic flywire with the Nike swoosh that goes all the way, curving around to the back. On the bottom, we have a nice piece of carbon fiber right here. I believe that's what this is. Shank in your midfoot, and another Nike swoosh in the midfoot. In the heel and the forefoot is what I heard. What I heard is there areas where they're actually not full-length Lunarlon, but it's actually heel and forefoot targeted areas of Lunarlon. So basically, there's going to be a lot of Lunarlon cushioning here and a lot of Lunarlon cushioning here compared to the other areas of the shoe. So hopefully that won't have too much of an effect. That's probably to cut down on weight and cost, but hopefully that won't affect the play of these shoes very much. On the inside, you can see what that looks like. It has a bunch of cool little knickknacks in the inside. Those stickers. Probably after the first 1 or 2 uses, they're going to be run through. And in terms of the soles, you're just going to have them rub off in your sock lining. The shoe itself has Nike Plus variants and IDs, ranging all the way from 140 for the normal editions, which are these, to the Nike Plus ID pair, which are, I believe, 280, something like that. Nike Plus, basically all it does is it tracks how high you jump in terms of inches, how fast you can accelerate from, and stuff like that. And it just tracks it, and you can see that data via the iOS app. So basically, these are the Hyperdunks. I'm going to review them, use them a lot on court, and see how they work. I'm going to actually have a tournament, a varsity tournament tonight, basketball tournament, and I'm going to wear these in one of our games and see how they perform. So anyways, this is me, Sean, from TechTradeWebs.com. YouTube comes to Send Pete, and talk to you guys in a later video. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll talk to you guys later. Just put these together real quick. And these are this is the unboxing of the Nike Hyperdunk 2012. Talk to you guys in a later video. Have a nice day.